stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her thought bubble we soar through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies. In her dark bubble we'll explore the unknown, a grand adventure like no other we've known.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly, and thank you, Hazel, so much. Welcome to the God Bubble with Kelly. Kelly Phoenix Coffee Radio, KELZ, the God Bubble. All right, come on in. Sit back and relax. Get something to drink. Slow, deep breathing if you like. Wait, where's my little scrolly tab? Let's put that on there. Okay, that's not it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. This is really for one of my classes, but I'll let it scroll on the bottom so you get to see a little bit of what we do in class. How you guys doing this morning? What you up to today? Is this Friday? Kind of lost track of my days. I think it's Friday. Oh, speaking of the dry erase board, I wrote stuff down. You guys wrote stuff down. So there's a lot to talk about today. And so let's get started. What is the biggest secret being kept from you? Does anybody want to have a guess of what I'm going to say? I think it's kind of obvious. I think it's kind of obvious what my answer would be. And that the biggest secret being kept from you, in my opinion, is that you are God and you created all of this. The cool thing is you're only keeping the secret from yourself. You're only keeping the secret from yourself. So I thought TikTok is my reference right now. A random person on TikTok who's done some research, do your own research. They quoted stuff from a book. Not saying the stuff in the book is correct, but just letting you know where this information came from. Go research this stuff. Wait, hold on. Oh, where's my banners up there? There we go. Now it's scrolling on the bottom. This is my opinion and only my opinion. Good luck. Good luck. This random man on TikTok. He has a book. Said, do you have an X in the middle of your palm? And so I look, and it's like, oh crap, I've got one in both hands. And go ahead and look. I mean, this is like Avatar drama, but just cool stuff. I thought it was cool. So look and see if you have an X. I have two. I have one on each hand. In that designated place by this random person on TikTok that's selling a book. And he said, if you've got this X on your hand, on one or both, then he said you could be one of three things. Now, in my opinion, you could be all three. And he said the first, you are a watcher. Now, my idea of watcher was different than what he went on to explain. He's like, you being a watcher, you look around and you watch and see where all the danger is. Like you see danger coming from a mile away. And your watcher, more like watching over people to make sure that they are all right. That's like number one. which kind of sounds like his number 2 as well. It's almost like he took the same one thought and divided it into 3 to have something extra to talk about. Anyway, it's my opinion again. It's just my opinion. He said the second, if you've got an X on your palms, protective. Very protective. I was like, yeah, that's me in many ways, not just physically. Like, here, did you know this? You make your own decisions, but were you aware? Protective. And number 3, a destined one here on a mission. You got the X in the palms of your hands. Like, wow. And segue, an X on your hand. Go straight into, again, a random woman on TikTok who seems to have done some research. And in that, I'm going to mark this down as, hey, I'm going to do some more research. So let me just present the information, and you guys do your own research on it and let me know what you think. So this lady, she talked about several topics, but she got into the topic of X and XX and XY, which Florbren, oh my gosh, this is her cup of tea. I hope she doesn't hear what I say, because she'll be like, oh, Kelly, she doesn't know any of the vocabulary. But Flora would never be critical like that. She's not like that at all. But I'll do my best. Flora. Doing my best. So this lady talked about many things, the XX and the XY, and she was showing, what each of them gives, and whatever the Y that was there only put out a really small amount of stuff. She also talks about, again, a place to start in your own research. Don't believe anything I say. Go look up random people on TikTok like I do and start the process of going, oh, I'd never heard of that before. Let me do some research. I'm just telling you what I found. Now, she was talking about one aspect of it was X-Men. X-Men. Superheroes. You guys, I've heard the term X-Men. I don't know if I've ever watched an X-Men movie. Is it a superhero movie like the other superhero movies? I'm kind of assuming. If it is, please correct me if I'm wrong about that, because I haven't seen any of them. I saw all the other ones, but never the X-Men. I don't know why. Anyway, she was saying the X-Men, what that is, extraordinary men. Is that what X means? Like extra, or how is it portrayed in the movie form? How is it used? Because she was talking about the X and the XX and the XY. She's talking about the X being female, and then the word men after that is basically a woman. So according to, again, a random woman on TikTok, do your own research, X-Men actually means this is what naturally women can do. Have extraordinary abilities and so forth. She also talks about, with fancy words, and these are not fancy words, because I was like, oh, I get the concept, but I can't memorize your fancy words yet. I'm still grasping onto the concept. She's talking about the female egg has, I forgot what she named it, a counterpart. I could look all that up if you guys want me to, and I'll see if I can find some of the specific words. If you're interested, and I'll go get the fancy words so that you can look it up yourself and see what you think about it. She was talking about, she did not use the term parthenogenesis. That's the term I use. But she's talking about the same thing, cloning yourself. And she was showing something that's already on the egg that's, there from the female. And it's what determines if that egg starts, making a baby or not. That's, and again, if you're interested, I'll go look up the word. I'll have to play the video back on mute and read the captions. So she said that women are naturally made to create clones of themselves, which would only be a female XX. So this fancy word, and it looks just like a little dot on the egg, just a really small, um, like little sphere. And what she said is it's turned off. And she gives very specific information about, I believe it's the mitochondria. Something happened to the mitochondria, and that's why this thing, fancy word thing, that is on the egg of the female, that when it's time, starts the process of making a baby and cloning yourself. It has been shut off. And she references the mitochondria, which I've heard a lot of people talk about. Like that's a big deal. The mitochondria is like, I'm a big deal. Mm-hmm. I'm a big deal around here. Just saying, mitochondria. I was like, whoa, ladies. You know, when I first started researching this, I'm looking at things like the pictures of the giants that I show you. I think it's on the first. Oh, hold on. I can't remember where oh, here it is. I've got some better pictures. I just have not uploaded them yet. I went through one of my phones and it's like, oh my gosh, these are better pictures that I've got. Because it goes all the way to the left, so you see all the people. I don't know how this happened. Sorry about that. So when you look at the diets, again, these are men. The giants eat fruit, seeds of fruits, and herbs. We looked up all the stuff at the top on a show. We looked all that stuff up because there's no vegetables up there. What's actually classified by, a Google search? Is this a vegetable or a fruit or an herb or a berry? What is this? What is it? So according to Google, those are fruit, seeds of fruits, and herbs that the giants ate. That shit's in the Bible too. When I looked it up, when it's like, okay, whatever I'm eating is saying no. Like everything I ate didn't feel good anymore. I'm like, I don't know where to start. Like I did a parasite cleanse, huge parasite cleanse, and I had no craving for any food at all. I mean, over the course of 2 years, I've done it longer than that, but over a 2-year period of going huge, long periods of time without eating. And I could do it when there were no parasites. And I was out in the sun 6 to 8 hours a day. I wasn't eating. The parasites were gone. I grew. I got taller. All kinds of amazing things happened when I got rid of all of my parasites. And in my life, my opinion, do your own research. None of my business. I don't think these bodies need food at all. In my research, all these bodies need, if there is a need to stay alive here, is sunlight. Sunlight. Yeah, that thing that's been demonized. So the diet for a woman to clone herself, for her body and mitochondria and fancy words, we'll get to all those if you like. It's a different diet and it does not include meat, ladies. It doesn't include meat. In my research, do your own. After the year 1700s, which might be the 700s, Whose calendar are we going by? It's like, is it Ethiopia? Sorry, I forgot the country, you guys. Some country like Ethiopia was not conquered by Rome, so Ethiopia has a different calendar. Whatever calendar you're going by. They had like Noah's Ark, the Great Flood, all of that. And this is not an exact quote, but God said, it's my version of it. God was like, hey, you know how you took care of all those animals and stuff? And like, aren't they cute and all? It's like, you can eat them now. Yeah, any of them. You pick. Just eat them all. Eat all the animals. Like, before the flood, and you could look at this picture and see on and around Noah. After the flood, here is the meat. There's the meat up there. That's what God said. Thou shalt eat all those cute little animals that you just rescued. Well, that's dinner. It's like, holy crap. I don't feel like animals are supposed to be that capacity. My opinion. I don't. So this lady was talking about. Oops, where am I? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Boo. Okay, that's better. So this lady was talking about X-Men just being the superheroes are actually just the women and our natural abilities, if you will. And that fancy word, whatever, we'll look it up. That's on the egg. That's supposed to turn on when all of the conditions are perfect and ready. And then it causes the woman to clone herself. And she has a baby that's her own clone. And you can only have women. Not really good in a genetic experiment if you want genetic diversity. You know, picking up what I'm laying down. Now, this lady, again, a random woman on TikTok, do your own research, says that what the sperm is, and we'll have to look up all the fancy words, but I know the word bacteria. She said a sperm is a bacteria that, I hope I'm condensing this correctly, is a bacteria that's wrapped itself in everything from a woman, like sperm. A bunch of the stuff she says that's in the sperm, that's not the bacteria, is from that man's mother. Like, he gets, again, she uses all the fancy words. That he gets all this stuff from his mother that wraps around that bacteria. And it's from the female. So the sperm is basically a parasite. It's, when I looked at it and the shape of it and everything, it's like, that's a freaking parasite. When you go look at parasites, that sperm looks just like it. And to find out that there's bacteria that wraps itself in some kind of its mother's DNA. Hi, Michelle. Oh, it's good to see you guys. Hey, Jamie. Oh my God, I didn't see you come in, Jamie. I'm so sorry. I just flapping my lips. So that was so fascinating to me for a place to start in the research. We have more to talk about than that, but I thought that was amazing that she put that information out that was not out, and everything had been mislabeled and called by a different name. And instead of sperm being a seed, which is what I was taught, sperm is a bacteria wrapped in the mother's DNA. If a woman, in my research, is eating the right diet, then she can clone herself. Again, it doesn't look like women existed back then. But according to what's going on with science and what we're learning, hidden information, the men didn't have a whole lot to do with it at all. And my research today, in a laboratory, sperm is not necessary at all to make a baby in a laboratory. It can be done only with the female. So it makes man obsolete. So men are obsolete now. Since they have no purpose on this planet, then they're just taking up resources. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, you guys, if I've just met you and you kind of spew information out, I'm gonna block. I'm not even gonna look and see if you're a bot or not. So maybe if you're new and you ask a question, it's like, hey Kelly, I'm new. I have a question. Oh, hey dumplings. How you doing? Aw. Hey Irma. Ah, hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. I must have hit a nerve. The bot just came out. It's like, how do you know what you're talking about? If being autistic, I don't know if these are jokes or not. If these are jokes, please tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to start banning in the comments. I mean, just you guys who are like real people know what I'm talking about. There we go. Oh, I didn't open anything up. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and ban that person because they're being negative in the comments, just because that's how I feel right now. Sorry. It's like, Kelly, aren't you trying to grow your channel and get a big? No, fuck no. Big channels are big problems. Fuck that shit. Okay, so now that we've talked about the X and the bots came out, it's like woo, woo. There, boo. My face is on fire. My face is on fire. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it's some down to earth stuff. I looked this up on Google. So if it's not true, please let me know. According to it's 501c3, correct? Let's see. 501c3. Make sure I have all the numbers right. Dyslexia. Yes. A 501c3 organization is a United States nonprofit organization that has been recognized by the IRS as being exempt from the federal income tax because it is organized and operated exclusively for one or more of a specified list of exempt purposes. Donations made to these organizations are also generally tax deductible for the donors. Key purposes: charitable, relief of the poor, distressed, or underprivileged; religious reasons, churches and other religious organizations; educational, schools and universities; scientific, literary, testing, and some other things. So that's a 501c3. Now, when I was looking into starting a nonprofit, my own 501c3, I looked into, okay, if I do this 501c3, you don't pay taxes, but, and I'm paraphrasing, this is not like the actual wording, go read it for yourself, don't believe anything I say. The government has a right to come into your business and use it as they wish at any time when you have a 501c3. In other words, if you have a church and 501c3. And keeping with that 501c3, if all of a sudden the government knocks on your door and says, hey, there are 10 people that we're going to house them in your church. We're going to take over your church, and we're going to house all these 10 people, and all. And because we're in here, you can't conduct your services or anything like that. Church. So because that was in the 501c3, that the government can come into your business and do anything they want at any time, then I decided not to go under that 501c3. And I just did everything under a corporation. Just say the system in place, the corporations. The corporation is an entity that doesn't have to do things to buy and sell or trade, if you know what I mean. So that's how I functioned. Now, what I found out, and go do your own research, is that somebody that has a 501c3, again, do your own research, let me know what you find. But according to what Google said this morning when I researched it, if you have a 501c3, you cannot have a private membership. Does this make sense, you guys? Your church cannot become members only. And the members are the only ones that benefit if you have a benevolence program. Again, that's what I researched. Do your own. If you've got a benevolence program, you cannot make it exclusive to members. A members only benevolence fund. That's what I researched this morning. That is illegal, and you will lose your nonprofit status, which to me is not such a bad thing. But you can find tax deductions all over the damn place. But they would lose their tax exempt status if they denied, let's say, I don't know, a woman, some random woman that was calling that had a baby that was hungry and she needed formula, like something like that. And they said, oh, are you a member? And she's like, no. And they're like, well, then we can't help you. According to what I looked up this morning, that's illegal, and they'll lose their nonprofit status. So FYI, if you find yourself in a church or you know of a church. But then again, is the government going to do anything? Because at any time they can go take over all these buildings, these nice multi-million-dollar buildings, and do anything that they want in them under those 501c3s. Woo! It's a snake eating its own tail, right? Hey, good morning. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Oh, what is the biggest secret being kept from you? Obviously that you're God and you created all of this and none of it's real. Because every bit of help, do this meditation or get these 3 crystals, and I dabbed in all of that. I taught you guys too. But that's everything out there. It's getting you to hold on to this reality more. And I'm all like, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It's all that. I don't know the rest of the song. That's the best part, in my opinion. Let it the fuck go. Well, that's not the children's version. But let it go. Let it go. Like, where we find these things out there, like the injustices, or there's so many rules to getting help. Oh, God, please tell me every day is not self-reflection day. How am I making it hard for myself to help myself by having all these rules in place? This church situation, if it's self-reflective, what's going on here? We're making it hard for us to help ourselves. The way, I feel the unjust. It's so unjust. Self-reflection day. How are we unjust to ourselves? See, this is what keeps us trapped in these avatars. They're malfunctioning all the damn time, caught in these loops. And they're programs. Programs are loops. Every time you put a program in place, it's another toroidal field that has to be maintained in an artificial reality. That takes energy. It takes awareness. It takes a lot of awareness to fund it. So, being self-reflective. Seeing that women, we can make babies all by ourselves. Why have we gone outside of ourselves to make babies? Again, where have we gone outside of ourselves to do anything? Where have we outsourced our power? And why does that happen? When I look, my opinion, it usually stems from fear. From fear, then it's like, I'm not safe. Well, I'll keep you safe over here. I've built this prison. Come on into this prison and get in one of those cells, and nothing out there can get to you at all. Oh, hey, Lynn. I was just gifted a bunch of crystals by a family member who told me I needed to ground and Lynn, keyword needed to ground that family member. Again, you don't have to put your family business out in public, but rhetorical question, is that family member in need? Ooh. Who told me I needed to ground and that I wasn't listening to the universe. Lynn, just saying, self-reflection day. Where is this family member not listening to the universe? Where they feel like they've got to have a focusing technique like a crystal to do so. I mean, and kudos for wanting to help you. I mean, that's some form of love in a fucked up world. I kept them because they are pretty. The crystals are fucking beautiful, but I don't want to use them. Oh, and that's so cool, Lynn, because I think you get it. I think you're understanding that it's not that crystals are evil or good, or will do it for you, or that we're going to use them. But what is my relationship to the crystals? Well, right now, my relationship is they're pretty. And that's my relationship. They don't have power over me. I'm not looking for them to fix all my problems. Because however we behave with the crystals, it's all self-reflective. That's our feelings and emotions right now. And so, Lynn, I can only guess that you're just sitting there looking pretty these days. Not really having to do anything, but just sit there and look pretty. Isn't that cool? Isn't it cool to have self-reflection day today, Lynn? Sometimes it's okay to have self-reflection day, right? Yes, those are beautiful crystals, might I say, Kelly. Since it's self-reflection day. That is so cool and such a wonderful lesson. Thank you, Lynn. About looking at anything. How do you use your crystals? The ones that are teaching you about the crystals, outside of getting a book and looking up the meaning of the crystals and so forth, I find, again, take every person out there with a grain of salt, that everybody presents crystals in their crystal training and crystal healing and all of that. And we do the courses and certifications and everything. You look at what is this person's relationship with crystals, and you can hear it in their teachings. Okay, now today, students, we're going to use these crystals to heal the knees or whatever. Does your crystal expert certification person say, hey, we're going to talk to the crystals today. We're going to say, hey, crystals, my knees hurt. I don't know why I'm focusing on the knees today. My knees are hurting. And you know a whole lot about healing. Is there anything you can teach me, crystals, that could transfer over to my knees for healing? That's another relationship with crystals. Hey, Crystal, I'm going to put you on my knee and we'll become one together. And while you're on my knee, do your thing or not. None of my business. I'm just going to have you close to me. But no matter what it is, it's outside of ourselves. And the crystals, no matter our relationship, is merely a focusing technique for healing, like anything else. Because these bodies, they're equipped to heal themselves. They're self-healing, like the X-Men, the woman, is self-healing. Isn't that nice to know? These bodies heal themselves. So when you start pushing and pulling on the body for healing, when it heals itself, you're getting in the way of it healing itself, and you're using extra energy. So then other things will fail on the body, and it will malfunction even more. The avatars. And every now and then, like, I'll get in a certain energy and I'll be like, I'll even call, my friend and be like, okay, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Like, I'm just so upset. I can't let go of it. And, well, what do I do? What do I do? I'm just so upset right now and I can't let go of it. It's like, oh, let me go grab the black velvet tourmaline that I've got. So I'll go hold on to the black velvet tourmaline in about 2 minutes. And it'll just get better and better as time goes on over 2 minutes. And then whatever it is that was so deep and dark and awful is gone. So if you want to look at what is my relationship with crystals, well, I do pretty good most of the time, and then I find myself in rescue mode. Oops. Oh, hold on. Oops, I get a reminder. Let me reset it so I don't forget. Calendar. There we go. And oh, you guys have got sessions today. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go to perfect. There. Okay, thank you for your patience. Now we got that. There we go. We got that reset. we got that reset. So when we're looking at the Aurora Borealis, is that what it's called? We've got a whole lot of Project Bluebeam going on. We've got borrowing someone else's vocabulary that I heard recently. You tell me your opinion on this. They were talking about there are no asteroids or true meteors or comets or like the Three-Eye Atlas. And remember the other day when I was like, where is this Three-Eye Atlas? That doesn't make any sense. Where is this Three-Eye Atlas thing? Because they're saying it's in space, but there's not space like what they're talking about. And space, if you will, is underground. Like everything's upside down. Everything's upside down. If you want to think of it, we're being projected on the ceiling. And the water, the dome up there, it's not really water, it's plasma. It's plasma nature. Like, think of it as a really sophisticated, flexible, intelligent plasma screen. But it's still a technology. And you've got these discs with the stars that are the portals in the tortal fields. And these discs turn, the tortal field turns. So the disc that creates our reality with all the stars in it, which are just tortal fields, it's turning, and like a record is creating our reality. So if we have a 3-eye atlas event, and they're like, it's a comet, it's a it's a plane, it's a man, it's a piece of cheese. I don't know what it is. It's an angel. Some random person on TikTok proposed that 3-eye atlas is an angel, whatever angels are. And we've got all kinds of broad interpretations of angels. Let's see. I can't remember. Oh, it's under angels. Duh. Angels. There we go. We've got tons of interpretations of angels and shapes and sizes. These are actual pictures I took. Where you can see what looks like eyeballs, if you will, with wings. I mean, it reminds me of this. So these angels remind me of this. See, in that plasma disc, you guys, you can have all these toroidal fields come together and start creating stuff like this and create a larger body. So you're gonna see that. And these might be different universes, or they all come together. You know, like right now we're in the middle of a neural synapse where we find ourselves. It's just this big round sphere of information that's being transferred from one neuron to another. You're going down a neural pathway. It feels like you're being looped when you're going through, like, think of how many nerves this information has to travel through to get to the brain and back down to the hand. So, what is 3-eye atlas if we're looking at angels? Oh, some said it was AI from the CIA. Potential. Yeah, Angela. Oh, thanks, Minnie. Grateful for God Bubble workshops and Kelly. Oh, grateful for everyone in here. Oh, thank you, Mindy. The workshops are amazing, you guys. I mean, if I should say so myself, I take my own workshops. They actually work. When I take them, they work. If I don't take them, they don't work for some reason. So check this out. This concept and idea that I've been telling you from the beginning, that we're inside of an eyeball. We're inside of an eyeball having a natural experience. Now this, check it out. All of those rings, they're spinning. Every ring, I'm going to oversimplify the process, so don't take it exactly like I'm saying, but you'll see the concept of what's going on. The first ring that's closest to the eye, let's say, the one that's smaller around, for a small wrist, for a smaller finger. So that ring can spin in that spherical shape in any direction. Now, what these are reality generators. Let's pretend, just for the sake of the concept, that first ring is dimension 1. Let's say the second ring is dimension 2, third ring dimension 3, and so forth. You get the point. How many rings are there? That's how many dimensions this angel is creating. Does this make sense? So when you see the eye within the rings with the eyes, and there's eyes over everything. What this is you're creating a reality. You're creating a words, English. You're creating like a dimension and multiple dimensions. And each dimension can be a different frequency and something different happening in each dimension. And you can also see all these rings go flat to make one plane, where none of them are spinning at all, and they just all go flat. I'll see if I can find some better pictures than these. Did I put those? Crap! I thought I had them here, and I don't. Fuck. Okay, there's got to be angel pictures somewhere else, but okay, no rings there. No rings there. No rings there. But these are all the different types of angels. So every time I tell you we're having this eyeball experience and we're looking into the matrix, you guys, if you want to identify with the illusion, now you're God and created everything, none of this has any power over you. But if you want to look at where are we right now, you are one of these angels creating a reality around your eyeball. Does this make sense? You're a reality generator. You're a creator. But it's very limited to like matrix rules, let's say. Does this make, oh gosh, I hope this makes sense. I really hope this makes sense. I'm trying to think where I might have put, oops, there we go. Here we go. Here's some of the eyeball pictures. That's what we're doing. We're having an eyeball experience, a natural eyeball experience. Like this. That place up there where it says God at the very top, the heavens of heavens and so forth. That, if you will, is where the this upside down triangular striped thing on the top right, the God bubble. Think of the tip of that pointing into this. The God bubble with think of the eyeball on the left as a sphere or circle. Just like the God bubble pyramid is upside down on the sphere on the right, think of that here on the left. So you're having this earth experience and everything, but that hole in the sky, you're looking into the matrix. Does that make sense? Holy shit, that was hard to say. More pictures of angels. Maybe this is helpful. And here's another concept with another person. Look, it looks like an eye. It's just every time someone looks at this freaking thing, they might call it an egg or whatever. It's the first time I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's an eyeball. Or an eyeball. Like shit. And see how we've got levels and layers. Look at Turtle Field on the bottom. Check it out. And look at what's created from that. Like, wow. You guys, check it out. Now, can you see the eye and the iris, the pupil of the eye? Now that you understand sine waves, not because you memorized the symbols or anything, just because you saw pictures and went, oh, yeah, duh. Of course, that's how it's done. Duh. Seeing the pictures. Oh, best news ever. Jennifer, I love you too. I go walk neighbors' dogs now. Oh, shucky darn, stuck in happiness. Oh, shucky darn. So in looking at this illustration from this random person, I forgot their name. Go look them up. That's how you create this. This whole thing together. Think of this as a cell. And those are all the components of the cell. All these eyes, if you will. And what is an angel? Think of every one of these as having a pupil in the middle and an iris. And irises are all different. See how we're having different iris experiences on here? This is freaking full of eyes. Full of eyes. And what's an angel? You guys, eyes all over the damn place. This is a better version to when I'm kind of explaining, creating all of these dimensions, these different realities. See how they're spinning, how some of them are flat already. They're on the same plane and they're flat, but some of these are going wild. But they're not creating all the dimensions at one time. See how, again, some of them are flat, some of them are being used. This is how you can have an alternative reality. It's like, okay, I'm going to do a reset now. And a reset is when all of these go flat and none of them are spinning. And where they're all in one flat plane, one circle within another, within another, within another. That's kind of what a reset is making them all go flat and start over. So you're observing yourself. Now, when you're looking at this, these are like heavenly figures, or I think I've referenced, can you see? Anonymous Prophet is the name of the person. Anonymous Prophet. Go check out their work. Oh, here's another example of the eyeball experience that we're having with creating a reality around us. We're having a natural eyeball experience, but then creating a matrix, a reality around us. We're angels. That's what angels are. We're creating our own reality and observing it from every angle. Doesn't that sound familiar? You guys, this is cool shit. Check this stuff out up there. How you see the eyes and the wheels and all. And you've got floating cities up there. The technology of balloons never went away. It just went away from the public in the form of, easy and cheap transportation. But floating cities, think about the floating cities up there. Are they magical? Well, it could be using anti-gravity technology, or it could just be airships that have cities up there that are hanging and holding cities, floating. The floating cities simply airships? Old technology. Now, from these pictures I just showed you, oops, not that one. These pictures, and every one of those is like a creature, an angel, and all kinds of stuff. Now check out the pictures that I took here. You can see, well, there's one with the eye up there at the top right. There's another one. Okay. There's more of these clouds than, oh my. Now you can see the beings in the back that really closely resemble the ones that are here and here. You can see those flying beings with their wings out. Oh, there they are. I'm sorry. There they are. The ones with all the wings. And it's creating the I mean, there's pictures of this stuff, you guys. Crap. Oh, you see the other eyeballs over there? Oh my gosh, we've got a few rings going on. I think that's just an artifact of the camera. The When you take a picture and the sun's in it and you have a ring like that, my opinion, I don't think I'm photographing anything with the sun. I think it's just some weird thing that my camera does. My opinion, I don't know. If you know something different, please tell me. I've got a S23 is what I've got. So, and see how you can see all these beings with the wings. And then you go over to these pictures. Oops, there we go. And check out all those beings with wings and the eyes, and there's all different kinds of beings there. But again, it so totally reminded me of this. And you can see discs in there and what looks like crowns or rings that have a bunch of eyeballs on them. And these are multiple pictures. You can see some of them have changed locations. Look at all those like beings with wings. Like crap. And what are these? I'm not sure if these are the same. Oh, this there will be writing in the sky. They'll create all these letters and all. Sometimes they're Hebrew. Here's another idea, an example. What is God? What do we call God? Where things come out of the pupil to create. Why when we feel something? Why when we feel something, do we feel it? And then there's like, oh, it's coming out of the sun. Okay, well, what sun? I don't know if it's coming out of the sun, but it might just be coming out of the pupil of the eye. Is that what it is? Here are two dragons facing each other. I'm not sure what that center hump is all about. There's one of their eyes. The mountains. Be us. So what do you guys think? Oh, let's see. Hey, Mindy, I'd be my own creator, and I choose to radiate to love myself, and to trust myself, and to trust the wave I was born to ride. Woo! Sounds like an adventure. I'd be worthy. I'd be valuable. I'd be loving. Be happy. I'd be stuck in abundance. I love it. Just be, let go, allow, heal. Ah, that feel good. Feels so good. The pictures, or some of those pictures, I didn't know they were on here. I've got a ton of pictures from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Like, here's some electric building. I don't know if it produced electricity or what it was. It was from the 1800s. It was from a time when they say we didn't have electricity, but. And this person was showing all the Tartarian buildings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I thought that was interesting because I walked around and all of these were Tartarian buildings. There are so many. There's tons. There's lots of cities in the United States that have a ton of Tartarian buildings left. This just happened to be while I was there. Okay, let's take some pictures. Is that cool? I'll have more pictures. Don't you worry. I will definitely have more pictures. Oops, there we go. See if I can find some more. There we go. Found the angel pictures. Here's some more of the angel pictures where you've got an eyeball. Again, what is common, whether it looks mechanical, like rings you go to some jewelry store to get. Like, that's how some of the angels look, right? Like, they got all blinged out, like over pimped their ride. Like, this guy, he over feathered his ride. I don't know. It's my opinion. It's being a little catty. But check it out. We've got an eyeball. We've got an eyeball. And on TikTok, and I think it's on YouTube also, I took probably 300, 400 pictures of an upside down triangle like this, and an eyeball and the big collar and the wings and everything. I was in Florida. Got tons of pictures of that. Go look. Check that out. Like, look at that bling. Eyeball bling. You guys, we're having an eyeball experience no matter what happens. It's an eyeball experience. Whether it's mechanical, feathery, still an eyeball. Now, remember that picture I was showing you earlier on another page? This is a close-up of it. So you can see these angels. So it looks like what are heavenly beings with angels. All kinds of interesting stuff. Check it out. Is that what we're seeing in the sky? You know, based on looking at this, go look at the sky next time when you take pictures. Is this what's going on? And then I found this. This seems to bend a little bit towards a certain religion, but it still holds true to a lot of things that I've seen. When they talk about these chariots and so forth, you'll see things like this. And look at these angelic beings with multiple wings. I don't know if these are feminine in nature. Most of the angels that I saw that actually look like angels, like Archangel Michael and all, those were male, and the ones that are male look like they actually have feathers. Now, when I see some that pronouns looks feminine in nature, they all had energy wings compared to the feathered wings of the male angels, or the ones that presented them as angels, being like a man or male, had actual feathers. The ones that were feminine had energy wings. It looked like they were more made out of light and energy like that. The angels, the men, actually looked solid, like they were, like existed, not in energy form that can be transformed and muted and all. Let's see what this is. Oh, interesting stuff in the sky. Or what? Oh, yeah, I don't know what that was. All right. I think we have looked at it. Hold on. What is this? Oh, that's stuff from someone. I'm not supposed to show it. I don't think I showed any of it. Here we go. Now, I don't know how these images came about. They're like, oh, this is out in space or something. This is I don't know. Now, these are drawings. I think that's the pointer finger. And you can see I positioned it around the center. Looks like an eye with wings and stuff going out. Okay, that is so blurry. You can't even see it. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Let's get back to that one. I think that's from Far Away that I really blew it up. And look at those. Oh, cool information. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Do you have any questions? Anything I can help you with? Trying to see if there's anything else that I could show you that might be helpful. And I don't think there is. I think we're good. I think we're good on all this stuff, you guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. There we go. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. And hope you have a fantastic day. I've got all kinds of stuff going on today. Really excited. I've got some sessions going on. I've got some people who ordered workshops. I'll be sending those over to them. And also, you guys, if you just got here, start over from the beginning. I think it will be worth your while to do that. Talked about some good stuff at the beginning. So, well, I love you guys. Oh, thanks, Angela. I love you guys. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I guess I'll see you on the next video.
Realm of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her God bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies